I guess especially Gothic style makes British architecture so recognizable and familiar everywhere in the world, and that's why we are near the Town Hill in the center of Manchester. In the neighboring building is held the press conference for tomorrow's President's Cup for Sambo. The event counted with the presence of the heads of the International Sambo Federation, National Sambo Federations, and of course the members of the organizing committee. The tournament is held for the second time. Last September, the cup traveled to Russia thanks to a confident victory over the local team 7-2. This year, the new format is introduced. It will be a mixed team fight with 5 men and 2 women, and for the first time the combat sambo tournament will be also held.
I think the first lesson is the importance of coordination. Last year was a real leap into the dark, and we were very fortunate that we chose the Blue Water Centre, and I think I have to say particularly because in the first instance it was so close to London. And as we've seen this time, people flying in from all over the world. There are not so many direct flights to Manchester. When you get here, it's very well worth coming for, but the people have had some difficulties. The local population is awakening, I think, to the Sambo message, but it's quite new probably here. I mean, everybody knows Manchester is football. They wouldn't particularly think Manchester Sambo. So, we learned a lot of lessons, and I think we, as Mr. Malim said earlier on, we have now adapted to the Manchester environment. Wherever we go, I have no idea where that will be next. Commonwealth is a very big place. We will adapt accordingly. And it was discussion between the different parties, and we have local people here, of course, who have been hugely helpful. And I admit to you, I've only ever been to Manchester once before. So for me, this is a very pleasant first visit. And it evolved. This is Manchester, as Mr. Malim said, arts are linked to Manchester famously. So that's why I think we'll have a bit of surprise for you tomorrow.
The cup for the tournament is also a special one, made of silver and gold with 12 species of gemstones like mother of pearl, turquoise and sunstone. The masterpiece was delivered to the event by a motorway rally.
So I was speaking to Sasha last year, Alexander Kuznetsov, who is advisor to Vasily Shestakov, and he was telling me that he has a guest house in Terskol at the base of Elbrus, and he said that he was going to go and climb Elbrus at the end of the summer, and I said, okay, I'll come. I'd maybe had a glass of wine or two, and then I get an email saying in 2 months' time we are going, this is the flight you need to get on, this is the equipment you need to bring. We have a place for you. So I thought, what an adventure, what a great experience. And this is, again, part of being in the Sambo family. You get challenged, you work as a team, and great opportunities can happen. No, it wasn't. It wasn't easy. I think the success of last year meant that we immediately had a problem in that we couldn't just do the same thing again. Last year's event, I wouldn't change 1% of it. The event was a great success, so we knew this year we had to do something different. We couldn't just offer the same thing again. So it was a different city, we have a different theme this year, and I hope it will be as successful as it was last year. Time will tell. It was a challenge, but I think we've delivered. So.
For the first time, the winner of the event will be defined among the invited teams. Who it will be? All the answers tomorrow at sambofias.org.
Well, then goes I'm going to now with us.
Together, I think it's a year to see as an aspect that we have constantly.
Tell me what I was told.
At that point, we took the hotel beds back and we took the rooms. And so I did it, and I did it a couple of times.
One Direction was our first world champion, and he hasn't been forgotten a long time ago. And I was about to say, as a club, it doesn't matter. He's a very, very good player. So we had hopes on the challenge this year, last year, and dynamic with us too. And all the striking very inviting as well.
Ça fait partie des développements en fait. Mais nous sommes indépendants, nous gérons une banque de Luxembourg en tant que fédération parlementaire. Reportage sur la décision
Last year, as has been reported, was our first President's Cup.
Agency, one of the main packages in the world, and to let light right is here inside the village. Please do. You're very much welcome.
I was invited to go to Elvis by